Hey everybody, it's Christina from Christina's Crafts. I'm going to show you how to make this cute little skeleton guy using Dollar Tree tumbling tower blocks. For this project, I am going to be using some of the towering tumble blocks, and I'm also going to be using a few of these cubes. And what I want to do is I'm going to start making my chair. I'm planning on using the super glue gel that I got at Dollar Tree to put my blocks together instead of hot glue, but I am really afraid that I am going to glue them to my fingers or get the super glue on my fingers, but we're going to try it. I just think that the super glue is going to have a better hold than the hot glue. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to glue all these 4 blocks right here together. Okay, got these 4 together, and I don't know if it's going to help or not, but I was using a baby wipe to get rid of any excess glue that's squished out. We'll see how that works when I paint it. So this is my seat part. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my backrest. All right, so this is what my backrest is going to look like. So I'm going to start gluing this together. Okay, I think I have those 2 together. Then I'm going to put my middle pieces on. For some reason, those 2 ends, they just didn't want to stay together very well. Not sure why. Okay, then I'm going to get the other 2 pieces on this side. Okay, got that done. And now I am going to super glue the other side. So far I have not stuck any of my fingers together, so that's good. And the last one. Okay, so for some reason the super glue isn't holding some of the pieces together, which I just do not understand. So I got my glue gun out. Some of them, like this, is solid as a rock. So I don't understand why some of the pieces aren't staying together. So I warmed up my hot glue gun and I'm gonna try that. I just think the pieces aren't gonna fit as good together. There's going to be a little bit more of a gap in there than when I use the super glue, but I don't know, for some reason. But that's a good thing though, because I actually forgot that I have to stick my little seat in here. Because I had the one side glued on, and then I remembered my seat has to go right here. All right, and then I'm going to glue that side on over here, hopefully. Okay, now this is where I'm going to use my little craft cubes. The craft cubes are actually going to be for my armrest. So I'm just going to put on this side, but I am going to stack 2 on top, or 1 on top of this one to make my armrest a little bit higher. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I got my armrest done here. Then I'm going to take 2 more Jenga blocks, and they're actually going to go right here on the sides to make my arms. So I am just going to put a little hot glue on there and try to center it as best I can, and do that on this side also. Okay, that part of my chair is done, and now I am going to put my legs on. So I'm going to put it over here. This one is going to go right about there towards the top. And then I'm going to put the other 2 the exact same on the other side. All right, my chair is all built. I think it looks pretty good. There is one other part, but I'm probably gonna do that towards the end. The next thing that I need to do is I'm gonna need to paint this. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Waverly Antique Wax to paint my chair. And I'm pretty much just going to do the whole chair. So I'm gonna paint it, kind of spread it out, and then I'm just gonna take a napkin and wipe it off. Okay, my little chair is all done. Now the next thing that I want to do is I have my skeleton here, and it has this little, it was actually skeleton garland, so it has this little plastic piece on the top, so I am just gonna snip that off of there. Okay, and I want my little guy to sit in the chair. Let's see if I can get this in the camera good. I want him to sit about here. I want his knees to come, there's a little bit of bend in his knees right there, and that's about where I want him to sit. So I'm gonna attempt to hot glue his legs down right here so that I can put him where I want him. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little hot glue right above his knee right here. I'm hoping this is somewhat gonna stay. I know it's gonna take a little bit to get him in the position that I want him to because he's not bendable, but I'm just gonna hold it down right there. Okay, it wasn't sitting quite where I wanted to. What I'm trying to do right now is I am trying to heat up my skeleton. I'm trying to get him a little, just a little melted so that I can pose him in the position I want. I want his arm to come up. As you can see, I don't want to rip it off, so I'm just kind of taking my time because I want this arm to sit up like this so that my skeleton guy fits good on here. So I'm just heating it up a little bit and then holding it up where I want it. And I did that with his knees also. So I'm just gonna keep manipulating him till I get him in the spot that I want him. Okay, so I can't seem to get him exactly where I want him, so I am just gonna start hot gluing him in there. And we'll see what happens from there. So I'm gonna stick him back on here and hold it down. Okay, so I had to put a little bit of hot glue under his butt, and I got both legs glued down. Then I am going to try to, he's a little bit small for the chair, but I am going to try to hot glue his arms down here. Okay, so he's all hot glued in there. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to make the little, well, I don't have a buckle that'll fit on here, but the little arm straps. But obviously I don't want it yellow, so I'm actually going to paint it this Java color. And then I'm going to snip them and I'm going to hot glue those over the hands. Well, I am just going to hot glue this around his arm here. So I'm just going to stick a little hot glue on here and then wrap it around. All right, I got that one on there, and then I'm gonna put the other one on the other side. Okay, so I need the little hat. What I did was I just cut a circle, and then I had another skeleton, and I just kind of shaped it around his head, like so. And what I probably should have done is I probably should have done this in the first place, is stuck it on my guy before I glued him down in the chair, but I'm gonna stick this and hot glue this to his head if I can get it on there. Yeah, his head's back kind of far, but I'm gonna do my best to get that on there. It doesn't look too bad. I probably, if you do this project, make sure you do the hat first before you glue your little skeleton guy down. All right, so I have his little hat on. Then the next thing I want to do is I have this wire, and I don't know how well this is gonna bend. I can't exactly even remember where I got this wire from, but I want some wire pieces to come off the head and go behind the chair. So I'm gonna take some of this and see if this pencil works. I'm I'm gonna see if I can wrap it around here. I'm not exactly sure how much I'm gonna need, but I want it to go to the helmet, and then I might want it to go back behind the chair. What I did is I took that wire and I actually poked it into the side of his head here, and then I'm just gonna try to bend it a little off to the side, but I'm gonna probably hot glue it on the back here. And like I said, I just used the pencil and I wrapped the wire around there to shape it how I wanted. All right, and that is what that side looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side done. Okay, I have my wire ready. I'm just gonna show you quick. I just poked this right into the side of his head. Hopefully it goes in. The other side went in super easy. That one was a little bit more difficult, but I got it in there. Okay, and then I am going to hot glue this end down. Okay, I have them all in there. There was just one little part I was struggling with, and that's the feet, or the legs, because the legs need to be held down. So I think I have it figured out. I took this craft stick and I cut it the size of the chair here, and I have this Jenga block, and I am going to hot glue this onto my craft stick. And then I am going to paint this the same color as the chair, this Antique Wax by Waverly. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of my cord and I'm going to paint that with the Java color. All right, so I am going to get a coat of this on here. I have my little pieces all painted. The first thing that I want to do is I'm going to actually put this on the outside of my little guy's foot. This is going to get stuck to the board like this. This is actually probably going to be kind of difficult to get this wrapped around here without burning myself, but I am going to do my best because I really don't want to burn myself. So I'm going to wrap this little guy. Okay, I got that one on, and now I'm going to get the other one on. And this piece is going to get hot glued to here, and then the legs are going to get glued down. Okay, so I'm going to position this here, see where I am. This leg is actually, this leg is a little bit shorter, but I'm going to put it right about here. So hopefully I position this good. And then I'm going to hot glue those little legs down, and that I'm going to have to hold for a while because I got to make sure that's going to stay because the legs aren't exactly very bendable and they kind of stick out farther than that. So all right, my little guy is all done. Well, if you stuck around till the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you subscribe. And again, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.